These 5 types of prana, they are covering different areas in the body. Prana, see, the main energy is prana. And the 5 types, in the 5 types, the first is also called prana. Don't get confused. The 5 together is prana, pancha prana. But the first of these 5 is also called prana. And where is it? It is moving from sternum till your throat, this area. And how it moves? It's the upward moving energy. It's the upward moving energy. Or you can say it starts with Manipur and it moves up to Vishuddhi. This is the area. Okay? Then the second type of energy is apana. How is the apana energy? From navel below till the perineum. So this area, lower abdomen. And how it goes? It moves down. It's the moving down energy. The third energy is samana. The samana energy is in between navel and sternum, this area. And how it moves? It moves sideways, like this.
It was samana.
Yeah, pay attention, like this. Samana. Move. Left to right, left to right, left to right. And next is udana. How does the udana move? Udana has got multiple locations. First head, throat and head. It moves round, 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 round. And arms. Arms, around the arms.
So it's a spiraling?
It's a circular spiraling energy. And legs. Legs, arms and throat, head is udana. And the last is Vyana. Starts with V. V-Y-A-N. V-Y-A-N. Victory, yoga, apple. N. No. And where is the Vyana? Vyana is that reserved energy in you, which coordinates the remaining 4. Vyana is the coordinator for 4. But it is also reserved energy. What do you mean by reserved energy? Now tell me, when you are like fully tired, like really, really tired, you want to sleep. But then you see a cobra coming. Will you say, I am so tired, I am not going to get up?
No wake up immediately.
You will wake up and you will run like 35, 40, 50 kilometers you will run. That is Vyana. It's a stored energy in you. I will talk about these 5 pranas again later. But right now I am going to focus on 2 main energies, pranic energies. First is prana, second is apana. The prana that moves up and apana that moves down. Apana is very interesting and important. We want this first prana, the one that moves from navel till throat, we need to increase it. Apana that moves down. When it moves down, what it does? It causes a lot of desires. So what the yogis have said, when the prana moves up, again it stimulates the senses. So the whole concept of Hatha Yoga is what? Hatha Yoga says you have to reverse these directions of prana and apana. The prana that moves up, you have to stop it here and push it down so that it moves down. And apana that moves down, you have to stop it at Muladhara Chakra and prana that moves up, reverse the direction. Apana that moves down, reverse the direction. What will happen? They will meet in Manipur Chakra, in Samana. Samana is the center. And when they meet with each other, what happens? Kundalini awakening. This is what Hatha Yoga text talks about.
So it awakens here? Doesn't have to go all the way up to
It awakens in Mooladhara, whatever. The awakening takes place because of the merging of Prana and Prana. They are moving in opposite directions. You need to bring them to meet each other. How do you do it? You do it with energy locks. Chin lock pushes the prana down. Mula Bandha pushes the apana up. And Uddiyana Bandha concentrates prana and apana in one point. And that's why they say pranayam can awaken Kundalini in Hatha Yoga book. This is the concept of awakening of Kundalini. So this is the idea of Kundalini awakening in Hatha Yoga Pradipika text, the whole Hatha Yoga tradition. This is a long process. Before this, to be able to reverse the prana and to be able to reverse the apana, you need to have clean nadis and a balanced flow of pranic energy. How do you achieve this balanced flow of pranic energy? By practices of cleansing techniques, asanas, pranayama, and mudras, bandhas. Is it clear to you how Kundalini awakening is discussed in Hatha Yoga?
Sorry, tell me that the Manipura that awakening at the
Mooladhara. It's okay, let it be in Mooladhara. But if the prana and apana are reversed, that awakens the energy. Whether it's Mooladhara, whether it is in Mooladhara or Swadhisthana or so when you are doing these practices, what are you basically aiming at? And now everything will make sense to you. All the practices that you are doing, including yamas and niyamas and including karma yoga, they have to deal with these three problematic areas: the fear, the desire, and the ego. In ashram, the life that you live is a life where you are trying to control these three energies, restrain them, so that you are aiming for Kundalini awakening. When you are doing pranayama, what are you trying to do? You are trying to clean the nadis so that you will have a balanced energy. If there is a balanced energy, you can easily reverse the prana and apana. There is a very interesting.
Would we be able to feel that that's happened? Like say when we do the box and everything and we're holding our breath, do you feel if we're sensitive enough we can feel that direction?
A little bit you can feel, but it's mostly also reflects in your behavior.
So the effect will happen after the practice?
Yes.
So it's not at that moment that you might feel this connection and...
That can happen if you are at that level, highest level. When the merging happens, it is an instantaneous explosion of the Kundalini. That's when the person loses all his awareness, the physical awareness, and he transcends that. Goes into a different level. I am not a good person to talk because I never experienced it. I am not a good person to talk. But this is how it's discussed in ancient books. It can happen at that moment, but only for a person who is all clean. There's no issues.
Have you met anyone who had
Yes.
what it is?
Swami Niranjan. You can see the ease with which he is moving. No conditioning, no complex things. Everything clean. No worries. He is like a child. I've seen him from very close distance, so I know. If you look at him, you feel like he is like 6-7-year-old child. Clean. Nothing. No conditionings, negative conditionings. Everything. And you can see that Kundalini effect. They don't need to try anything hard. Just is there. It's always at that higher level of awakening. Nothing can make them angry, nothing can make them sad, nothing can make them fearful. Nothing, there's no attachments. Swami Satyananda at the age of 66 suddenly left the ashram when it was like very well established, very posh, very nice ashram. Not posh, I can't call it posh, but very, very beautiful ashram. And what he carried with him is 2 clothes. One bottom, one top. Swami Niranjan asked him, should we drop you to wherever you want? He said, no, I have no connection to this. I cannot use anything that belongs to this ashram. That was all his ashram. Nothing to do. Left. So Swami Niranjan finally asked him, you gave me all this. I am your disciple, so I want to give a Guru Dakshina. That is the highest act for a disciple, to give something to Guru. And generally, it is what Guru wants. So the Guru can ask anything, and you have to give it to him. So he asked, I want to give you. What should I give you? He said, give me 108 rupees. Swami Niranjan brought 108 rupees and gave it to him. The moment he stepped outside, he was not even walking 10 steps away from Swami Niranjan. The first person that Swami Satyananda saw called him, said, this is for you, 108 rupees. And that is absolute non-attachment. That can only happen if there is no fear, there is no desire, there is nothing. I will keep money because I know tomorrow I will need some chocolate. Of course, I am so stressed. Why I am stressed? Because I want to live there. Why I want to live there? Don't need to live there. Go down. Who told you to get involved in the relationship? It's your choice. Why are you making that choice? Because you cannot get out of this 3. The fear, the desire, the ego. Swami Niranjan said a very funny thing. He said, a man likes a tree. He says, oh, this is very hot. The tree is wonderful. It has shade and it has very nice fruits. And there's a nice cold water underneath the tree. So I'm staying here. And then after a while, the man is holding on to the tree. And after a while he says, oh, it's not my fault. The tree is not letting me go. The family life, everything, the social bed, the circles that we have there. So like we are holding on to that. Nobody is holding us. If tomorrow I die, the world, there will be no difference. Some of my friends will say, oh, it's a good man. Some will say, oh, it's very arrogant. They have to do everything for you.
But until we die, for example, can we use some of those attractions? As we have a family, for example, and we have children. Okay? So can we use like money without being attached to it? I know it's a very high level of consciousness to do that, but it's like, because it's like what we said yesterday is our karma yoga in a way. It's our duty, so it will be worse to leave the family and go live in a cave like a sannyasi.
I'll tell you something interesting. You'll appreciate this. I'm not directly answering, I'm just telling you the story. Buddha, when he saw dead body, he saw sick man, old man, and then he had that realization that this life that I am living is useless. I need to leave this. He went into the forest. He did lots of things. Whatever achievement he achieved, we cannot talk because we are not anywhere near. But after that achievement, what did he do? That's the next most important question. He came back to society. He said, I love my disciples. I like all of you. Anyone who is there, I feel good for him. And what did he do? He helped everyone. And he thought, it is his duty to look after them as if they were his family. After realization, after that awakening of Kundalini, as per this text, he doesn't call it Kundalini. So that's his choice. Hatha Yogi respected Buddha as an awakened Kundalini man. That's a different thing. What did he do? His family concept expanded without barriers. That me and mine, and my desires, and my fear, they are gone. The moment these three things go, you become a universal personality. Krishna, universal personality. Forget about this ancient historical. Let's talk about my Guru Swami Satya. Expanded. So many millions of disciples all over. He still inspires. When you read his book, you feel some inspiration. What that inspiration comes from? Necessarily he is not teaching new things, but what he is saying, the way he is saying, has something positive for everyone. His love was without attachments. His love was without fear and ego. That is what even Hatha Yoga Pradipika describes the virtues, the positive qualities of a realized soul. And what are those? Compassionate. The one who thinks the whole world is my family. That kind of attitude. A little diverting from my subject. Subject today is about techniques of Hatha Yoga and Chakra relation. We will conduct the asana session where I will highlight asanas related to Muladhara.